Lily's world just shattered. And she doesn't even know the worst part yet. Because while she's praying to save her father, another secret is about to explode, one that will change her family forever. Malcolm Winters is dying. And the one person who could save him might be someone Lily has never even known existed. Pause. The moment Lily hears the word donor, everything inside her tightens. She sits across from Malcolm at the athletic club, trying to stay strong, trying not to panic. But the fear is already there. Heavy, unavoidable. Malcolm watches her closely. He knows that look. And softly, he tells her something she doesn't expect. He needs her to promise that if she's not a match, she won't blame herself. That hits hard. Because Lily hasn't even thought about failing yet. In her mind, she already decided she's going to save him, no matter what. But now, that doubt creeps in. And it scares her. Still, she nods, because what else can she do? She agrees to keep everything quiet. No one can know until they get the test results. Not yet. Not until there's hope. Malcolm explains more. His medical team is in New York. That's where the treatment will happen. That's where everything will be decided. And then, a name drops. Dr. Stephanie Simmons. Someone Malcolm used to know. Someone from his past. Lily notices the shift in his voice. There's history there, but Malcolm doesn't go deeper, not yet. Because right now, all that matters is survival. Pause. Across town, another battle is unfolding. Phyllis Summers is smiling, but it's not a warm smile, it's calculated. Sharp, dangerous. She leans in toward Cane Ashby, and she makes an offer that sounds too good to refuse. Funding, power, control. She wants to build a new AI program, and she wants Cane to run it, not just run it, own it, lead her entire AI division. For a second, it almost sounds like respect, like opportunity, but Cane doesn't buy it. Not even for a second. Because he knows Phyllis. He knows how she plays the game. Anything built under her company belongs to her. And that means he would never truly be in control, he'd just be another piece on her board. And Cane doesn't do that anymore, he shuts it down, cold, direct. Phyllis doesn't like that. Not one bit. So she pushes harder, she tells him the truth. Or at least, her version of it. He has nothing left, no power, no leverage, no future, and she's his best option. That word hangs in the air, option, like he has no other choices, like he's desperate. But Cane doesn't flinch, instead, he leans back. And his tone changes, slow, controlled, almost amused. Because now, he sees her clearly. This isn't an offer, it's a trap. A way to keep him close, a way to control him, a way to make sure he never becomes a threat. And Cane, he refuses to be contained. He tells her straight. Any friendship she's offering comes with strings. And he's done being tied down. Phyllis tries one more time. But it's already over. Cane stands up. And just before he leaves, he drops something that shakes her. He could build his own AI. Something bigger, stronger, something that could destroy everything she's built. And then, he takes it even further. He could hand Newman Enterprises right back to Victor Newman, just to watch Phyllis lose control, just to watch her crumble. Silence. Phyllis freezes. Because for the first time, she realizes Cane isn't bluffing, he's serious. And that makes him dangerous. Very dangerous. Pause. Back at the athletic club, Lily is still trying to hold it together, but it's getting harder, the weight of everything is pressing down on her, and then, Cane walks in. He sees her immediately, sees the tension in her face. The fear she's trying to hide. And something in him softens. Just a little, he approaches her carefully, not aggressive, not defensive, just calm. He suggests they put everything aside, whatever issues they have, can wait. Because right now, she looks like she's falling apart. Lily hesitates, for a moment. It almost feels like she might open up. Like she might finally let someone in. Cane even asks if this is about Malcolm. And that hits close. Too close. She takes a breath, and quietly admits. She needs to talk to someone. But then, she looks at him, And her expression changes. Because even now, even in this moment, she can't trust him, not like that. Not anymore. So she shuts it down, tells him he's not the person she needs. And just like that, the door closes. Cane nods. He gets the message. No argument. No fight. He just walks away. But the distance between them, it just got deeper. Pause. At crimson lights, a different kind of truth is about to explode. Dr. Stephanie Simmons sits across from Holden Novak. Her hands are tense. Her voice, steady. But there's something underneath. Something heavy, because what she's about to say will change everything. She tells Holden, the man he believed was his father, wasn't his biological father. The words land like a shockwave. Holden stares at her, confused, disoriented, like the ground just shifted beneath him. Stephanie continues. Years ago, she was pregnant, but not with Jerry Novak's child. When she met Jerry, he made a choice. He chose to stay, to raise the baby as his own, to build a family together, and for a while, it worked. They had plans, a future, a life, until everything changed. Jerry died. Suddenly, a heart attack. Holden was still young, too young to understand. Too young to know the truth. And Stephanie, she kept that truth buried. All these years, Holden's voice tightens, he assumes the obvious, that his real father must be dead too, that there's no one left. But Stephanie shakes her head. No, that's not the truth. His father is alive. And not just alive, a good man. A man who needs help. That's when everything shifts again, because now, this isn't just about the past. It's about right now, it's about something urgent. Something serious. Holden's anger starts to rise. All those years of lies. All those unanswered questions, and now, suddenly, this. He doesn't like it. Not at all. But before he can push further, someone walks in. Malcolm Winters. The room changes instantly, there's tension in the air, unspoken, heavy. Stephanie looks at Holden and gently asks him to step outside. Just for a moment. Reluctantly, he agrees. But he's not calm, not even close. Because deep down, he knows something bigger is coming, and he's right. Because inside, Stephanie turns to Malcolm and delivers another devastating blow. Lily isn't a match. All those hopes, all that belief, gone, because her past cancer treatments, chemo, radiation, they disqualify her. Malcolm closes his eyes, just for a second, but it's enough to feel the loss, enough to feel the fear creeping back in, but Stephanie isn't finished. Because there's still another possibility, another chance, and it's standing just outside. Waiting, Holden Novak. Pause, and everything is about to explode. Holden walks back in, and nothing feels the same anymore. The air is heavier, thicker, like something already happened, and he's the last one to catch up. He looks at Stephanie first, then at Malcolm, and immediately, he feels it. That connection, that tension, that unspoken truth hanging between them. And then, Stephanie says it. Not gently, not slowly, just straight. Malcolm is your father. Silence, complete silence, the kind that feels loud, the kind that hits your chest. Holden doesn't react right away, he just stands there, trying to process, trying to understand. Because this changes everything, his entire life, every memory, every belief, every moment he thought he understood where he came from, was a lie. He looks at Malcolm, really looks this time. And suddenly, it's different. The resemblance, the energy, the way they stand. It's there. And it's undeniable. Holden lets out a short, bitter laugh. Because what else is he supposed to do? This is insane. Completely insane. He turns to Stephanie, his voice sharp now, demanding answers. Why? Why keep this from him? All these years? Why let him believe something that wasn't true? Stephanie doesn't run from it. She doesn't make excuses. She just tells the truth. When she left town, she was pregnant. But Malcolm had already moved on, his life was going in another direction, and she didn't want to interfere, didn't want to complicate things. Then she met Jerry, and for the first time, she felt stable, safe, like she could build something real. So they made a choice to raise Holden together, to give him a normal life, without confusion, without chaos. Holden shakes his head. Because from his perspective, that normal life was built on lies. And that doesn't sit well. Not at all. Malcolm steps forward. Carefully, he's trying to stay calm, trying to keep things from exploding further, but even he's struggling, because this isn't just shocking for Holden, it's shocking for him too, a son, a whole life he never knew existed. He asks Stephanie something that's been building inside him. Why didn't she reach out after Jerry died? Why not tell him then? Stephanie's voice softens. Because this part is harder, she kept delaying, telling herself it wasn't the right time, telling herself she'd do it later, and then she heard Malcolm had died. That he was gone, and in that moment, she grieved. Not just for him, but for everything that could have been, the relationship he could have had with Holden, the life they could have shared. By the time she found out he was actually alive, it felt too late, too complicated, too painful, so she stayed silent. And now, that silence is breaking everything. Holden looks between them. Anger still there. But something else too, something deeper, confusion. Because now, he's not just dealing with a lie, he's dealing with a whole new identity, a whole new family, and he doesn't even know where he fits. Stephanie tries to ground the moment. She tells them both. There'll be time to deal with the anger, time to process everything, but right now, there's something more important. Malcolm's life. That snaps everything back. Because suddenly, this isn't just emotional, it's urgent. It's real. Holden looks at Malcolm again, this time, differently. Not just as a stranger, but as someone connected to him, by blood, by truth. And then it clicks. If Lily isn't a match, and Malcolm is his father, then he might be. The realization hits hard. And he doesn't hide his reaction. A sarcastic scoff escapes him. Genetic jackpot, he mutters, but underneath that sarcasm, there's something real, something heavy, because this means he has a choice. A big one. Stephanie confirms it. He could be the match they've been hoping for, the one person who can save Malcolm. The room goes quiet again, but this time, it's different, because now, there's a path forward. But it's not simple, not even close. Holden runs a hand through his hair, trying to keep up, because now, there's more information, more connections, more pieces falling into place. He learns about Lily, his half-sister, another shock, another layer, another person he never knew existed. And it's too much, too fast. His entire world has shifted in minutes. And he's supposed to just accept it, just step into this new reality. It doesn't feel real. Malcolm sees it, sees how overwhelmed Holden is. And he doesn't push. Not yet. He just asks, quietly, carefully, if Holden is willing to help. That's it. No pressure, no demands, just a question. But it carries everything, because the answer could mean life or death. Pause. Across town, Lily's phone is in her hand, her fingers trembling slightly. She's been waiting for this call, dreading it, hoping for the best, preparing for the worst. The doctor's voice comes through, calm, professional, but not reassuring, and within seconds, everything falls apart. She's not a match. Her treatments, the chemo, the radiation, they make it impossible. Lily closes her eyes, because this is the one thing she didn't want to hear, the one outcome she refused to believe, but now, it's real, and it hurts, more than she expected. Because she promised herself she would save him, and now, she can't. A tear slips down her cheek. But she wipes it away quickly, because breaking down won't help. Not now, not when Malcolm still needs her, even if she can't be the donor. She's not giving up. Not even close. Because Lily Winters doesn't walk away. She fights. Always. And somewhere deep down, she knows. There has to be another way. Pause. Back at Crimson Lights, everything is still hanging in the balance. Holden hasn't answered yet. He hasn't said yes. But he hasn't said no either, and that's silence. Because it means he's thinking, really thinking, about what this means. About what this could change. Not just for Malcolm, but for himself. For his future, for his identity, and Malcolm, he waits. Because for the first time in a long time, his fate isn't in his hands. It's in someone else's. Someone he just met. Someone who might be his only chance. As the tension builds, as emotions rise, as everything starts to collide. One question remains, will Holden step up and save the father he never knew, or will this shocking truth destroy any chance they have before it's too late?